Hello there, our esteemed viewers. You're welcome once again to our favorite mathematics YouTube channel, Mathematics by Roseno. A channel specially created for you and I to demystify mathematics and tackle the age-long phobia associated with this subject, one topic at a time. You're welcome again to our interesting class, where together we unravel the mysteries behind mathematics. Today we are looking at the topic inequality. What exactly is inequality? A good number of times you are acquainted with the concept of equality, that's equals to. On the other hand, what does inequality mean? Simply put, inequality is the opposite of equality. Now, when you say inequality, there are some concepts you have to understand, starting with the symbol of inequality. We basically have four symbols thereabout. So inequalities is the state of not being equal, simply put. So the symbols of inequality are as follows. We've got the less than, we've got the greater than, then in addition we have less than or equal to. So this is like 2 in 1. Is both less than or equal to. It's fusing the inequality and equality symbol. And we've got the greater than or equal to. So essentially, these are the four symbols of inequality. So less than or equal to, less than basically is facing left hand side, whereas greater than is facing the right hand side. Similarly, less than or equal to and greater than or equal to. These are the symbols of inequality. Then again, I'm going to explain the concept of trichotomy. Trichotomy basically means the three possible relationships between two quantities, mathematical quantities really. So when you say trichotomy, it simply means when you have two values, there can only be three possible relationship between them. It's either they are equal, which we are always conversant with, or we say the first is less than the second, that's less than, and we have the first being greater than the second. Because they are three, that's why they call the laws or rules of trichotomy. We can't have any other relationship between two quantities other than these three, hence the laws of trichotomy. So today in our lesson, we are learning how to solve simple inequalities. So to start with, we have look at these examples. Solve the inequalities. So we have one here. We have 3y minus 2 greater than 2y plus 8. And 2. I have 4m minus 3 greater than 6m minus 12. And then lastly, I have 3 bracket y plus 2 less or equals to 2 bracket y minus 6 plus 7. So let's look at these 3 examples to explain the basic concept of solving inequalities. Solving inequalities is pretty much similar to equation. However, there is a slight difference. So let's take example number 1. We have 3y minus 2 greater than 2y plus 8. You still solve as though you are solving simple equations by collecting like terms. Then you have one here, 3y minus 2y, because the 2y has moved to the other side of the inequality symbol. So that's to change from positive to negative. Greater than, similarly, we have 8. Minus 2 is moving, so it's going to become plus 2x. Hence, we are safe then, we have collected right terms. So 3y minus 2y, we are left with ordinary 1y. Greater than 8 plus 2, 10. And that's the answer. It's as simple as that, which I believe we find quite straightforward. Okay, let's take question number 2, which says 4m minus 3 greater than 6m minus 12. Okay, pretty much similar to number 1. We have to collect like terms here. The like terms are the letters on one side, that's m's, and numbers on the other side. So you have 4m, again minus 6m greater than, we have the existing minus 12 here, then minus 3 comes and becomes plus 3. Now 4m minus 6m is minus 2m greater than minus 12 plus 3 is going to be minus 9. Now, here lies the difference between inequality and equation. Ordinarily in equation, we divide both sides by minus 2 and nothing happens. However, in inequality, the moment we divide by a negative value, which is the coefficient of the letter, the symbol changes. So, if I have minus 2m divided by minus 2, the moment I divide by a negative number, automatically this inequality symbol reverses. Minus 9 over minus 2. Again, the greater than turns to less than, simply because I have divided both sides by negative 2. So you have m then being 9 over 2. Or more specifically, m is less than 4 and a half. And that basically is the solution to that. Please take note of that concept of the symbol changing the moment you divide by a negative number. I hope you find that quite interesting. So let's look at number 3. Then solution 3, we have 3 bracket y plus 2 less or equals 2 bracket y minus 6 then plus 7. Okay, here we have, as usual, whenever you have brackets, the very first thing we do is to open up the bracket. So have it 3y, I open up by expanding, that's multiplying 3y plus 6 less than 2y minus 12. Don't forget, the 7 is standalone, it's not affected by the 2. Again, now we have like terms to be collected. So I have 3y minus 2y, then less than minus 12 plus 7, then minus 6. So 3y minus 2y is a single y, 1y. Less or equals minus 12 plus 7 minus 6. That's going to be minus 11. And that's basically the solution to this as well. I believe you found this quite interesting and straightforward enough for you, which anyway is the first of a series of lessons we're going to have on inequalities. If you have any issue whatsoever, please do well to revise by pausing and winding. Take note again, inequality is about 2 quantities not being equal. And we have the laws of trichotomy, which states that if you have 2 letters or 2 values, it's either they are equal, or the first is less than the second, or the first is greater than the second. These are the 3 basic laws that govern inequality values. Now, we look at the examples on the board, which are quite straightforward. They are basic, rudimentary, which I believe you find interesting. Please, if you do, try as much as possible to subscribe, like, share, and most importantly, tune in your notification button so that when next our video is dropped, you'll be the first to know. Thank you and stay blessed.